Greetings, Father Joe here, your friendly neighborhood pastor, coming to you from St. Patrick's Church in lovely Highland Mills, New York. We are reading this week from the letter of St. James, and St. James can be very, very challenging. He does call us to a deeper commitment to the Christian life. And we have a great example of it today. St. James starts off by saying that we should be quick to hear and slow to speak. I need to hear this more often than most of you. Everyone who knows me will tell you and me this. Slow to anger. Again, what do we do when we get angry? We try to prove that we are justified. It's okay for me to get angry because I'm right or because God's on my side. What St. James says is anger does not accomplish the righteousness of God. Interesting. When we get angry and then we try to justify our anger, we are being self-righteous or self-justified. God does not want that. We can tell someone, what the truth is, or we can try to help somebody see it. But as soon as we get angry, then we are not accomplishing the righteousness of God. He says that we need to humbly welcome the word that has been planted in us, in you, but in us. So interesting. The word has already been planted in us, but we need to humbly welcome it. In other words, we need to prepare. It's like the seed, the parable of the sower and the seed. We need to open our hearts. We need to open our minds. We need to be humble. Then the next thing that St. James says is we need to be doers of the word and not hearers only. If we do that, we are deluding ourselves. All right? He says that if we only hear and we don't do, then we're like someone who looks at their face in a mirror and then walks away and forgets what they look like. Or in other words, we forget who we are. We need to not only believe, but to practice our faith. Because if we just believe and we don't practice, then we really lose who we are. And this idea that St. James uses, then we forget what we look like. We're made in the image and likeness of God. But if we do not act in accordance with that, then we forget in whose image we are made. And that goes with getting angry at people. The next thing that he talks about is if anyone thinks that he or she is religious and does not bridle his tongue. So, how often, and by the way, I go to confession every week, and I don't have to confess this every week, but I have to confess this frequently. If we don't bridle our tongue, then we are deceived and our religion is vain. Wow. St. James is really inviting us to a deeper commitment. Do we gossip? Do we speak harshly? Are we judgmental about people? All of these things, they make us forget who we are and why God made us. Then St. James says, religion that is pure and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to care for orphans and widows in their affliction. The church has what they call it the social teaching of the church. If we work for personal holiness and we do not do the actions or the corporal works of mercy, or we do not do the spiritual works of mercy, if we are not seeing how we are united with other people, then we're missing the point, and we are going to go astray. If we believe or if we hear but we do not act, we are going to go astray. Our faith will be twisted. It's that practical. Am I believing in God and what He teaches? Am I doing that, or am I practicing my faith? So, today's reflection is a big challenge. And by the way, and tomorrow's reflection is going to continue this. Today's reflection is what I need to think about in my own personal life. Tomorrow, we're going to do the application to our church, to our parishes, to our communities. So, yeah, ask God to help you so that we can all, and I'm asking Him to do this with me, to move our hearts so that we can humbly welcome His word. God bless you.